Hey, Redeeming Life Church and Redeeming Life Church prayer partners. I am asking that you would put a special place in your prayer time to pray for the congregation that was meeting right here before the COVID-19 pandemic and quarantines. This is where Good Shepherd Fellowship worships. And yes, churches all across the country are facing change when we come out of the other side of this thing as we reopen, but this particular congregation has even more change to consider and work through. Because Good Shepherd Fellowship and Redeeming Life Church are looking at what God might be doing to combine our two congregations so that we could do so much more together than we could separately. But what that means is that their pastor, Pastor Mike, is also retiring. And he has been pastoring this church since the mid-90s. He's been part of the church since 1972. This is the only church that he has ever pastored. He was involved in moving this church from a different location to this location and leading in a building project that built this beautiful building. Think about this congregation. On top of all the COVID-19 stuff and the reopening, they're considering what it will mean for them to have a new pastor. And that new pastor could potentially be this guy. So I'm asking that you would please be praying for the congregation and also be praying for Pastor Mike as he's faithfully coming to an end of a long and faithful pastorate in a very hard place in the Wasatch Front. What a beautiful thing we can be celebrating, but also let's be praying for this congregation and this pastor. And let's be praying into what this merge might look like as we're all sort of exploring what God is doing for the advancement of His kingdom in the Wasatch Front.